And I think the biggest question, and welcome back, I think the biggest question is, will the Republican Party ramp up the hate? They got an election coming in 2 years, and Donald Trump's probably going to be at the top of the ticket if he's not impeached or doesn't resign. And, you know, the wild card, of course, is Robert Mueller. Is that going to happen? Are they going to ramp up the hate? Or are they going to figure out some new boogeyman to scare us with? Which I guess would be ramping up the hate anyway. Right? This is basically all they have to sell. Morris in Long Beach, California. Hey, Morris, thanks for listening to KPFK. What's up?
Hey, Professor, if we ever get a Republican that'll grow up here, look out, America. But I wanted to say
what do you mean by that?
Professor, racism. Racism is the fuel that drives our culture. It is institutionalized. You know that.
Yes.
There's a book by a guy named Ralph Ginsberg. I think I discussed this with you. It's called 100 Years of Lynching. And it has a list of the 4,700 people that were lynched, people that were arrested, yet pulled out of jail and hung, strung up on light poles and shot up with lead. I mean, that's just how we roll. In terms of violence, there's a book called All God's Children by a guy named Fox Futterfield. This gives you an idea of the roots of American violence. I mean, this is just who we are. We all can whine and complain about what's going on. Now, how do we change this? We've got to turn it over to the young people. Myself, I'll be 65 this year. I don't trust anyone over 25 because we've been conditioned programmed beyond our control. Turn it over to the young people. Let them drive the bus, and I think they're going to do a good job. If we just get out the way, get out the way. I'm talking about let the progressives take over, not them corporate Democrats, which is a greater threat to democracy than what the Republicans are doing, because they're the ones that got their foot on the throats of the people. When the people try to speak, they don't fight for the people. They don't fight against voter suppression. They don't spend money to support progressive candidates. So I think that's a greater threat, in my personal opinion, than what the Republicans are doing, because they'll tell you that they're the devils, and they are. But the Democrats put on this veil like, hey, we're going to be your voice, but they're not. We're going to be your vehicle, but they don't do that. So anyway, what we got to do at the end, just turn it over to the young people. And if you're 25 years old or older, get out the way.
Yeah, well, look at all the young people who I mean, from city council to school board to county clerk to, I mean, at all different kinds of levels. Lots and lots of young people have jumped into this election race. And Morris, I see you just hung up. I was going to ask you what you meant by we should look out if there's ever a Republican who's grown a pair. I'm not sure that the party can be resuscitated. But there's all these Republicans. I mean, they've all gone to MSNBC, right? I mean, it's Nicole Wallace and Joe Scarborough and David Jolly and all these other guys who are basically like, they're old line Republicans. They're the Republicans who want to. Hang on just a second here. They're Republicans who want to privatize Social Security. They're Republicans who it's just fairly straightforward stuff. The Joe Scarborough Republicans, they want to cut social welfare programs. They want to cut programs that lift people out of poverty. They don't believe in free health care. They don't believe in free education. They're Republicans. They've fled their party because of Trump. But they still hold these right-wing ideologies, and now they're all over MSNBC, they're all over CNN, and where are they going to go? The kind of Jeff Flakes of the world, the Bob Corkers of the world, they both wanted to privatize Social Security. They're not great liberal heroes. They're Republicans. What's going to happen? We'll be back.